Before sound damping was even a thing, this was the brand that brought it to you all. So much, in fact, that it's actually become a verb. You've heard the term Dynamat. Have you dynamated your car? That's right. You know your OG if your brand name is a verb. And today, that's what we're uncovering because there's a brand new energy behind this brand that has been helping car audio enthusiasts for 30 years. Today, we've got their CEO, Mike Good, coming in the studio with us to break it all down. This is CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM, all about Dynamat. And it starts now. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu, and we are in the accessory category. More specifically, we're going to be talking about sound dampening products, and the brand at hand is, of course, Dynamat. Now, Mike, I'm so happy to have you here. I mean, you've been the CEO there for a couple years now. There's just a great energy coming out of Dynamat right now. Can you give us a quick breakdown of what we're going to be discussing today?
Hey there, Ben. Thanks so much for having me on the show today. Looking forward to a great conversation. So today we're going to be talking about a variety of things, but one of the things we're going to talk about is DYNACORE. It's a brand new fiber product we launched April 1st of this year. Then we're going to be talking about the OG, Dynamat Extreme, some of the things going on with that. And then I think we're going to touch on custom kits, and we'll probably touch on some other things beyond that. So looking forward to a great conversation.
Oh man, this sounds exciting, especially with some new product on the menu. But first, a quick message from our partner SiriusXM reminding you dealers out there why you should love it. And when we come back, we dive deep with Dynamat and CEO Mike Good.
Hey guys, Ricky Lima here from SiriusXM. I had a chance to speak to some dealers and ask them what they love about selling SiriusXM. Here's what they had to say.
Coast-to-coast coverage.
I love SiriusXM for commercial-free music.
It's a great add-on sale and a profit opportunity.
We love selling SiriusXM because you can listen to the same channel coast to coast.
Profitability and ease of installation. It's a no-brainer.
We love selling SiriusXM for its ease of installation, great profitability, and reliability.
People love it.
All right, guys, thanks for tuning in again. We've got Mike Good, CEO of Dynamat, here in the studio with us. Now, Mike, I think there's an announcement I really want to address here. There's some big news from a distribution standpoint, especially for where we are, which is Canada. Why don't you speak to this new partnership that has now been forged?
So, Ben, we are really excited about this. We have just recently partnered with Automobility, and obviously they're a known name in the Canadian market. And we feel like they're going to be a great partner for us and really just bringing all the innovation and everything that we have going on at Dynamat to the folks in Canada. So we're really excited about this and a lot more to come on that.
Congratulations, Dynamat and Automobility, a great partnership that I certainly see great success in moving forward. Luckily for you, Mike, we've also got the help of Phil Cameron, who'll be joining us from the studio shortly. Now, before we get into that, there is a new product that you dropped here earlier in our intro. It's called DYNACORE, and it's not a butyl-based product, is it?
Correct, Ben. It's actually not a butyl product. It is a fiber product. It's a polyester fiber. It works wonderfully at grabbing airborne noise. It's lightweight, flexible, compressible, great for heat. Been used in a lot of different areas, engine bays, obviously in car audio throughout all those applications, in machine enclosures, a lot of applications for this product. Very, very excited about it. So as you can see here, this is our half-inch DYNACORE package, retail package. You can also get this same product in a 1-inch thickness. And the DYNACORE really, it's a thermoacoustic fiber. It's a tremendous barrier. You know, it does everything. It's a self-adhesive, so it's really good for hard-to-reach places. Excellent material for use behind mounted speakers to eliminate any backwave distortion, things like that. Can also be used as a hood liner to reduce noise levels and absorb that heat. It's got a kind of a flat black material finish, very, very lightweight. And, you know, it's great at sound reflective surfaces. You know, there's a variety of different places where you can use this, especially if you're dealing with like an open core type of situation, maybe on a boat or in an RV, doghouse covers, things like that. The adhesion is tremendous. It will not come off once it's applied. And we're really excited about this product. So obviously you could tell we're really excited about DYNACORE. It's had really good market acceptance since its launch April 1st of this year. And I will say this product, very similar to our DynaLiner, which is a closed cell foam, they're both great complementary products to our primary product, the Dynamat Extreme, meaning you put that Dynamat Extreme down on your substrate or your primary surface, and then you put the DYNACORE over top of that. And that 1-2 punch is highly, highly effective when done properly.
I can tell from the demo that Phil was doing that there's quite a lot of, sponginess to that material. Is there a situation, Mike, whereby this DynaCore material should be used alone without a foundation of Extreme?
Yes, actually, you can use this without Extreme. You can use it as a standalone application, and it does compress. So that 1/2 inch will get down to, I don't know, maybe 1/16 of an inch. And when it is compressed, it doesn't lose its effectiveness, which is ultimately the most important aspect of this whole thing. But yes, it can be a standalone product. It's used heavily marine, RV. I've done it in my trunk with no Extreme behind it, and had a tremendous impact in helping, straighten out that airborne noise and the issues that I was having with that sound system. So yes, it definitely can.
All right, so moving on to really the core part of Dynamat's product line. I mean, this is the stuff that is pretty much legendary. If you're into car audio, there's no way you haven't played, manipulated, installed, or fooled around with this here. We're talking, of course, about Dynamat Extreme. There's different versions, different, trimmings, different packages. Let's talk about some of those, Mike.
You're right. It does come in a lot of sizes, shapes, if you will. You can get it down from 1 sheet all the way up to it's called a mega pack. It's 72 square feet, and it's 2 foot by 4 foot inch sheets that come in a big box if you're doing something large. But we did redo all the packaging. We just made it a little more contemporary, a little mainstream. That's a big deal these days. And that was something that I was really proud of our marketing team and the graphics department and all the work that they did on that. But at the end of the day, the OG is still inside that box. We did add a little bit of a change to the product, which you should see here in just a second. So you'll see the more contemporary look of the packaging. Looks quite a bit different than it has historically. And then the product itself, we added a 1 inch by 1 inch grid line. And this was based off of feedback from the installers. We went and I call it the VOC, the voice of the customer. All of the decisions we make on an R&D perspective are done with that voice of the customer sitting in our conference room or sitting in our R&D lab, helping us navigate that. And one of the things we heard was that, man, we would love to have the grid on there to help us on the install so we could see how to cut a straight line or map out our template. So that was an easy addition. Then we changed one of the things that I had not ever thought of. Some of the feedback we got was that the shiny Dynamat logo of the past, when somebody would drop a razor blade or drop something when they're installing, they couldn't find it because a lot of times it was sitting in that chrome Dynamat logo. So we kind of flattened it all out, made it a little more understated, if you will. Obviously, the ingredients, the recipe of the butyl has not changed. The only thing that really changed was the look of the foil. It's still a 4 mil thickness foil, still the best performing that we can see. We run all of our products through acoustic loss factor testing. It's called a beam test. We know exactly the acoustic properties of what we're making through our R&D, and we can stand here confidently saying that we're putting the best product available out on the market today.
Now, one thing that Dynamat has really been progressive on is coming out with application-specific kits. What do I mean by this? Well, they're calling it custom kits. And Mike, you're going to have to explain this a little bit because this is definitely an industry first.
So it's actually not an industry first. It's been around for a long time. Nobody really just understood it until recently when we started shouting from the rooftops, if you will. Dynamat has had the 50s, 60s, 70s, and a lot of the 80s cars available in custom kits for well over a decade. These have all been, like, we sell the Tri-5, the 55, 56, 57 Bel Airs, all the American muscle cars of old school. We sell those kits, and we have been for a very, very long time. And when we do these kits, we actually bring these vehicles in-house. We tear them apart. We do a full template layout with a CAD design that is perfect for that vehicle. And then we package it up, and that becomes your kit. And a lot of times they're made up of a door kit, a floor kit, a trunk kit, maybe a firewall kit or a roof kit, depending on the vehicle. The big move today, and kind of where we're going with this conversation, is we moved into what I would call the contemporary car market over the past several years. I would say prior to 2020, the newest kit you could get from Dynamat, I believe, was a 2003 Volkswagen Beetle. Now we have moved and built a variety of kits ranging from the new F-150s to Broncos to even Teslas and all the enthusiast cars, if you will. And that inventory is continuing to evolve every quarter. We're launching new kits. And when we do these kits, though, I can't emphasize enough, these are custom tailored for these vehicles. We take these cars apart in-house, measure all of these, make sure the holes are cut out for the bolts or for the windows or for whatever the grommets are that might be in the vehicle, so that there is a perfect fit. And then I think another important aspect is the instructions. We really want to take the legwork out of this for the installer. And so we have very well thought out instructions that really make it a step-by-step basis for that install. So as you can see here, when I say our kits come complete, they truly do come complete. We give you a step-by-step layout of that. There's also images that we take of the product installed in that specific type of vehicle. Meaning if you bought an F-150 kit, the images on that paper are going to be of that product inside an F-150. And then obviously the product itself is very easy. So I had a Bronco just a short while back. I had my 12-year-old daughter help me Dynamat the cargo area with the cargo kit, and she loved it. It was like putting a puzzle together. And that really leads to the other part of this as a shop owner and those on the install side that are doing this on a daily basis. You're talking about driving a lot of efficiencies into your shop. So somebody comes in, you're going to sound deaden the car before you put in the sound system. If you have a custom kit, you're able to do that in about a third of the amount of time than if you were cutting those pieces out and creating those templates in-house. So you're driving greater throughput from a labor perspective. You're still charging the same amount because you're giving the customer the same thing that you would have done with raw material and giving them a fully sound deadened vehicle. So you get greater profit margin because you're able to get that car done in the third amount of time, yet you're still charging the same dollar amount. So that, and you're giving that customer that added bonus of you're giving them a vehicle specific offering. It is made for that specific vehicle. And that's something that nowadays, that's what everyone wants. So with all of that, the custom kits are just going to continue to evolve, but they are a generator of shop efficiency above and beyond just being a great customer experience.
So obviously, we're not going to sit here and go through the entire catalog of all things that Dynamat makes. But Mike, I did want to give you one last opportunity to kind of touch on a couple cool SKUs that are very purpose specific that dealers should know about.
Okay, yeah, good question, Ben. So one of the other products I'll show before we wrap out of here today, this is called Dynapad. This is probably the most robust product that we offer as far as just weight and thickness and meatiness to it, if you will. This box is empty, so it's making me look strong, but it's a 4-part composite consisting of a urethane top layer that is moisture tight, oil resistant, and then 2 layers of 3/16 thick high acoustic foam that absorbs the sound, 1 pound per square foot Dynol sound barrier in between all that. So when you put this over top of Extreme, you're creating pretty much a vault. This is serious stuff. But Dynapad is it's for the true enthusiast, if you will. A couple other products I'll share just to close out here is the Dynaliner. So Dynaliner products have been around for a minute. We are, I believe, one of the only companies that's offering them in multiple thicknesses. So you have your 1/8 inch, your 1/4 inch, and your 1/2 inch, all peel and stick. It's a closed cell foam, tremendous for heat management, a great 1-2 punch complement to Dynamat Extreme. And a lot of times what you'll see is more than any other combination of any of our products, historically, you've seen Extreme go in a car and then one of these go over top of it. And the importance of the differences in thicknesses gives the end user, the customer, the ability to really tailor this to their needs, meaning they might want to put a 1/4 inch on the headliner, a 1/2 inch in the trunk, and an 1/8 inch in the doors, depending on the application. So you're not just stuck with one size, making one size fit all. You can really tailor this to whatever the needs are. And the closed cell foam just performs phenomenally. So yeah, those are some great products. Obviously, you can go to Dynamat, give us a call, dynamat.com, and see the whole suite of products.
That was Dynamat CEO Mike Good showing off a couple of the important products, including that brand new Dynacore that just came out. Now, if you're interested in getting more information, you heard the president himself talk about it, but here it is. We're going to put up the official website right there for you, dynamat.com. And like also announced on today's show, if you're a Canadian dealer tuning in, then, well, the people you need to call is Automobility. On that note, of course, I had to reach out to our good friend Phil Cameron, who's had some experience recently with the product installing into his own project vehicles. Now, Phil, let's get your impressions. You've got to play with a couple different products. You installed it yourself into all different locations in the vehicle. What are your thoughts?
As you mentioned, Ben, I've been playing with my new sound system in my car for quite a few episodes, if you've been following CMA lately. And I have to say that I'm very happy with Dynamat Extreme. And as a technician, I love everything that this little product will make you do. So a couple of things, these little lines here will help you cut the product so you don't have to take it out, put on your workbench, take out your ruler and cut it out. Even though we're never going to see this inside the door or whatever it is in the car, we still take pride in our work. We want this to look good. So this, having these little lines, will make it super easy to cut. Another point is, I don't know if you noticed, but all the different logos on it, they're not all in the same row, right? So like I mentioned, even though we're never going to see this because it's hidden, if the logo was all in one direction, I would waste some material, try to align everything. By having the logo like this, it makes it easy. Just cut it, stick it, peel it, and it will work. So this will make your life a lot easy. Adhesion, perfect. Ease of installation, perfect. You can bend this, it will stick anywhere. I love this. And I also love the different solution that you have to tackle that specific problem that you may have in your car. You always start with the base, and then you add whatever other complements to tackle that specific issue that you may have in your car. By having this little guy here, the Dynaliner, having 3 different thickness, this is great. I can tackle exactly what I need inside the car. And also the DYNACORE, I love it. I use that stuff pretty much everywhere that I found a rattle that I was not supposed to have. Stick it, put it there, because it can compress. It will absorb pretty much all the issues and rattle. Not sure I was supposed to use it that way, but hey, I'm a tech. I use it the way I think it's going to work. And for my application, it did miracles. So if you're interested in the OG Dynamat Extreme, please reach out, automob.ca. We will be able to help you and assist you with all of your Dynamat needs.
And there you have it, folks. I want to take this opportunity to thank my 2 guests today, both Mike Good from Dynamat as well as Phil Cameron from Automobility. And in my closing comments, well, this is a pretty easy one. There's a reason why the brand Dynamat is a verb. 30 years of experience perfecting, testing, innovating, putting their product through the ringer to make sure that at the end of the day, when it gets into your hands, the installer, that you are putting and installing a product that is proven to work, that is easy to manipulate, and literally has a solution for any possible scenario, whether it's resonance, vibration, sound damping, you name it, Dynamat has a product for it. So go ahead, give Automobility a call, stock up some Dynamat. It's going to take you a long way. That's it for the CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu. Until next time, we connect.
There's never been a better time to have SiriusXM with over 150 channels in your vehicle. Your Platinum Plan offer includes more than ever before to enjoy online, on your phone, or at home. Create your own ad-free personalized stations powered by Pandora. Hear ad-free extra channels and enjoy favorite shows with SiriusXM Video on Demand. What you love is on now.